Well, good evening, Southeast Texas. The weather is quiet and we like it like that. Nothing going on at all, nothing to show you on radar, and no clouds either. There haven't been hardly any clouds at all today as that much drier air has worked into Southeast Texas on our Roofing 911 Sky Cam network up in Jasper, sponsored by Provalis. You started off in the upper 60s to lower 70s across the area this morning. Over in Orange, our Roofing 911 Sky Cam network there. Look at that, sunny skies, clear skies. It's sponsored by the Horseman's Western Store. Now, what will happen tonight is a little more humidity will work in off the Gulf of Mexico. So will not be as cool tonight as we've seen the last couple mornings. That humidity coming back tonight and tomorrow. And it'll be not quite as hot tomorrow either due to the humidity and more clouds. We'll have partly cloudy skies coming up for tomorrow. As we head into tonight, we'll have temperatures in the 70s for lows, probably mid to upper 70s triangle, lower 70s up in the East Texas Lakes area. Our Roofing 911 Skycam network here in Beaumont, sponsored by Packard and Prey. Look at that, not a cloud anywhere. Of course, we had that weak boundary come through late yesterday, last night, ushered in the drier air, made for a less humid day. It was hot though, at highs in the mid 90s. Across all of Southeast Texas, Southwest Louisiana, some mid-90s. And it's going to be clear tonight too, but the humidity is going to start coming back. So you would think, well, with a low humidity, let's make it real nice and cool tonight, but unfortunately it's coming back. So temperatures are going to be in the 70s for lows tonight. We're still lower 90s. Very, very warm out there. And our Roofing 911 Skycam network outside our station here at 12 Studios, sponsored by Mid-County Plumbing. Look at that, not a cloud anywhere. You don't see that very often in the summertime anywhere along the Gulf Coast, that's for sure. But when you have that lower humidity, that drier air working in behind a weak front that we had come through yesterday, sometimes that can happen. We don't see very many days where there's very few, if any, clouds at all. In fact, tomorrow, skies will be back to partly cloudy. With a south wind off the Gulf, humidity, moisture coming back to reality tomorrow. Partly cloudy with temperatures in the low 90s. The good news is, though, for high school football tomorrow night, we're in pretty good shape. We're in good shape tomorrow night. No rain expected. We'll keep rain out of the forecast tomorrow and tomorrow night. Our Roofing 911 Skycam network this go around over in Lake Charles. Boy, lots of sunny skies over there today as well. And they will be moistening up as well. They'll have partly cloudy skies coming up for tomorrow across southwestern Louisiana and southeast Texas. But once again, no rain expected tonight, tomorrow night, and only a 20% coverage right now, it looks like, for Saturday. Even though we have a front coming in Saturday night, Sunday morning, just not a lot of dynamics, not a lot of lift with that or convergence either. And up in the lakes area, lots of clear skies up in Jasper, sponsored by Provalis. Now, your weather headlines. A dry day tomorrow. Now, we're not talking humidity wise, we're talking rainfall wise. No rain expected for your Friday. Couple little showers there on Saturday, scattered on Sunday at 30 to 40%. Not a big deal though, and it's going to start cooling off a little bit. I think with this front, we'll finally be able to notice that, hey, we've had at least a early front come through, because it will be cooler and dry just about all of next week. So if you need the rain or you want the rain, you'll have a slight chance Saturday, a little better chance on Sunday, and after that, like I said, most of next week looks dry. Behind this front coming in, even drier air than what we have now currently across southeast Texas. Air mass even drier. Temperatures right now running around 90, still a few mid-90s though here and there. Kirbyville at 94, Woodville's at 95. Houston Intercontinental just under 100 today. They're still at 96, 89 over in Lake Charles. And temperatures running in the upper 80s around Lafayette. But notice nothing on radar at all. Get any rain without any moisture and any clouds, that's for sure. But we will have the clouds, a little bit of moisture back tomorrow, and temperatures in the lower 90s for highs across the region tomorrow. Now, you thought we were hot today. It was hot to our west, that's for sure. And still, Houston's at 96. They were just under 100 today. Victoria's at 97, 96, College Station. Look at Austin, 101. Triple digits in Austin. Dallas and Waco. Waco was at 101 earlier. Dallas is still there, 101. 94 in Wichita Falls, 99 in Del Rio and Dryden. So the air was even drier to our west across central and western Texas. Once again, we hit the mid-90s as well, but lots of triple digits, that's for sure. Like I said, 101 Austin, Waco had 101 earlier. I believe San Antonio hit 100 this afternoon. El Paso, not too bad. You've had some clouds today. You were at 86 degrees. Notice off to our east, pretty hot, but not as bad as it was here, even though the air is still pretty dry. A little bit cooler air way off to our northeast, but 91 Jackson, Mississippi, 92 Alexandria, 90 New Orleans, and over in Gulf Shores in Alabama, 84 degrees there. Like they've been a little bit cooler this summer too. All right, across the state, lots of clear skies. Just a few high clouds across portions of West Texas. There's those clouds and showers we were talking about around El Paso. A little disturbance there. Front way up to the north, that's going to stay there. Not expecting a front until we get to Saturday late into Sunday, and temperatures will be a little bit cooler. We'll show you all that on the 7-day forecast coming up in just a moment. Notice that front stationary, much from Oklahoma City back on over into Arkansas. Notice this tan area here, kind of a brown shade. Central Texas west, that is very, very dry air. Of course, we're dry enough here, but that's some really dry air across portions of central, northwest, and western Texas this evening. A few showers and thunderstorms way off to our north, northeast, way off, long way away. Knoxville, Tennessee, north of Atlanta, seeing some showers this afternoon. All right, let's talk about the tropics, because there is a system way out in the far eastern Atlantic Ocean. Now here's the Windward, Leeward Islands, here's the Caribbean, here of course here's the Atlantic, way out in the eastern tropical Atlantic. This tropical wave is getting a little bit better organized. I do think this will develop in the next day or so. It should track on off to the west coming up over the course of the next several days, over the next week or so. Northern Windward, Leeward Islands, the central, northern and Leeward Islands. I have to watch out for this. This will become a player in the islands coming up in about a week, 6 days to a week. It is possible. Folks in the island will be watching that as it works on off to the west. May get close to Puerto Rico, may get close to the Bahamas, just east of Florida, coming up in about 8 or 9 days. I still think this will stay out of the Gulf, so that's good news, but Bahamas will have to watch this possibly, and certainly the islands coming up in about 6-7 days. Still think it'll stay out of the Gulf. Of course, plenty of time to watch that though, and of course a 90% chance of this system developing. All right, in the middle part of the atmosphere we have high pressure aloft, mid and upper atmosphere over portions of southwest Texas and Mexico. That's giving us that dry northwesterly flow. Notice just no moisture anywhere right now in the deep south. It's all way out in the Gulf, central and southern Florida. And of course, with a tropical system in the Pacific. By the way, the moisture in the Pacific will not affect our weather. Just wanted to point that out. Now let's put this into motion as we head over the course of the next several days. The high does shift a little bit to the west. The ridge builds there in the southern Rockies Four Corners, more of a northwesterly flow. But notice our moisture begins to increase a little bit on Saturday into Sunday. Some of the brighter colors, deepest moisture will be to our southwest, Victoria southward, but we'll have enough with that front coming in over the weekend to give us at least a chance of a few showers, especially coming up on a Sunday. A little disturbance off to our east, and we'll go out a little bit farther. Let's go to Sunday. Pretty nice flow out of the northwest, beginning to slowly dry out. See that? Of course, the best moisture stays to our south anyway, south and southwest, but slowly starting to dry out there on Sunday. And boy, next week looks fantastic as far as the humidity levels go. It will not be quite as hot. And of course, we'll show you that in just a moment. High pressure builds all the way back toward the Baja coming up on a Sunday. All right, let's go out another day. This is going into Monday and Tuesday. Moisture is gone again, way out to our south in the Gulf. High pressure in the mid-atmosphere rebuilds across the central part of the country. Next week looks awful dry, it really does. Well, like I said, we'll have that slight chance coming up Saturday, some scattered showers maybe Sunday, and next week looks dry as that moisture gets shunted on off to the south in the Gulf of Mexico. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast. This confirms what I've been talking about as far as some nice weather, as far as no rain. Certainly no rain tonight. We're looking at lows to be in the mid 70s, maybe some mid to upper 70s here in the triangle as the humidity starts to slowly increase. See the light southerly winds returning there. And throughout the morning on your Friday, partly cloudy skies, so we'll have some heating tomorrow. The moisture's coming back, partly cloudy, just not enough moisture for any decent coverage of showers and storms tomorrow, but we'll keep it dry tomorrow. Low to mid 90s for highs, southerly winds, so not quite as hot today. But like I said, you lower the temperature a little bit tomorrow because of the clouds and the humidity, but the humidity will be back. So it's kind of hard to win in a situation like that, that's for sure. Then late tomorrow afternoon, Futurecast trying to pop up maybe one shower somewhere in the entire viewing area, from Woodville to Burkeville all the way to Winnie. Sabine Pass is trying to, and that's possible, but we're talking less than a 10% coverage tomorrow. Certainly not going to hamper any high school football, that's for sure. All right, marine forecast, a little bit of wind out of the south tonight and tomorrow, only around 5 knots, but that will increase our humidity a little bit. Notice the water temperature is 90 degrees, and currently at Texas Point, and pretty breezy there, south to southwest. 14 miles an hour, some gusts to 16. Now clear skies tonight, a little bit higher humidity. Lows will be in the low 70s lakes, mid to upper 70s in the triangle, close to 80 down at Sabine Pass. When you have a light south wind and the water temperature is right at 90, yeah, it's going to be warm on the beach, that's for sure. And then as we head into tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, no rain expected. Highs in the mid 90s lakes, lower 90s in the triangle. So not quite as hot, still warm enough. Partly cloudy skies. Right now we're keeping rain out of the forecast for tomorrow and tomorrow night. And that'll jump to a 20% coverage, it looks like, on a Saturday. And let's take a look at that 7-day. No rain tomorrow, low 90s, down to 92. That's still warm, but a lot of clouds Saturday. A few widely scattered showers there at 20%. Scattered showers Sunday up to 30%, only 88 the high. Thanks to the clouds and a few showers, we may stay under 90. That'll be nice on Sunday. Winds become northeast, so the front starts coming through, actually the true front on Sunday morning. We start drying late Sunday, by the way. Monday we'll start out with some clouds. We'll slowly clear throughout the day. Northeast winds 5 to 10, 68 and 87. Now that's be pretty nice. It looks like our most pleasant morning, the way it looks right now. Hopefully this cooler, drier air comes on in, will be Monday night, Tuesday morning. Look at that, 64 in the triangle. That means low 60s, maybe near 60 in the lakes Tuesday morning with clear skies, mostly sunny in the afternoon, 64 and 88. Even on Wednesday, 67 and 90, not too bad. And then the humidity will slowly start coming back as we head into Thursday of next week. Still mostly sunny though, in 69 and 92. So beautiful forecast next week. Once again, the humidity starts coming back tonight and over the weekend till that front comes in. And let's check the phone and see if we've got any text at all. Let's see. No text. No text this evening. But if you're heading out